Okay, let's see. Hi everybody, I'm Shauna and this is Ring and Light Crafts. Well, we'll give people a chance to come on. I think I might be a few minutes early. Today we were going to finish. It needs a little bit of painting, but before we even do that, so maybe 2 lives, I want to show you how to make the form. I've been asked if I can show you how to actually make the form because I didn't do that yet. And what you need for the form is actually really simple: aluminum foil and tape. And I had my tape, but I just set it aside. Oh my goodness, I lost it. Guess it doesn't bloody well matter, right? We'll just have to use what we got since I'm not gonna. I just had it. I still gotta clean my desk. Okay. I actually cut myself with aluminum foil. Alright. I'll keep this going. Trying to move everything, give myself a little bit more room. So, anyways, what we're going to do today is make the form base. Sorry about the noise. Kind of can't help that. I'm just trying to get it straightened out because just pull it out. Okay, so here we go. Hi Melissa, welcome. So what you need today is some type of tape, masking tape, duct tape, doesn't matter, just something that you got. And if you have it, preferably you don't have to go buy it. And if you have to go buy it, Dollar Tree has it for $1.08, including tax. Also need aluminum foil. Now this I did not get at the Dollar Tree, but I do have some from the Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree be $1.08. Just plain aluminum foil. Nothing fancy at all, just plain aluminum foil. Okay, so let's get started. Let me scoot you guys back just a wee bit more. And I'm going to be bringing you down, so watch your eyes. Alrighty. Okay, the first thing you do is you take your aluminum foil, and you want approximately 5 to 6 feet, and you're going to fold it in half. So this one may be a wee bit bigger than that. And the first thing you do is place your hand, because you're going to start folding it. I need to move my little creature out of the way there. So you want to keep this one side, your hand about so far. Your hand here depends on how big you want your cup opening to be. So I'm just going to do basically fingertips. Just going to fold it over and get myself started. Once you do that, just start wrinkling the bottom and just folding it. You're keeping the top part open as well, best you can, okay? And just keep folding. I know mine ain't straight, but you know what? It's aluminum foil. It's all adjustable, right? So really, this is all form. Simple, easy to do. And we just keep folding it. The hand in there, so we're just folding this. We're going to crunch the bottom, fold the top. Now when it comes to the bottom, we're just going to push it down. So much down. Oops. And try to give it to a form that we can make it stand. No matter how many of these you do, they will never, ever, ever be exactly the same because, one, it is aluminum foil. And I know I made my kind of went off. What I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to fold it. By folding that down, it'll just give me some extra support there. And you don't have to make it perfectly square because a tree is not the way we're doing it. So we're just kind of folding this down. And I'll go ahead, I'm going to squish my base a little more. And down like that. And just adjust it like a molding clay. So, okay. go ahead and bring you guys up here for a second. Back up. Watch your eyes again. Hi, Ruth. Welcome. So now it kind of looks like a cup. Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter how thick it is or how thin it is. You're going to be adding and adjusting it. So don't let that worry you none at all. Baby L, good morning. Baby L came to say good morning. Okay, we will be needing more aluminum foil besides what we just got out. And that's to start adding body parts. So we got our little thing here. It is standing. Adjust it to about the way you want your top to look. Like so. And you don't want it totally flat and even. You want all kinds of little things. Now you can go around and you can add those later by adding more aluminum foil. Or if it didn't roll straight, you start folding that now. And then that way, hi Jane, welcome. That way you don't have to worry about feeling like you have to keep adding a ton of aluminum foil to get the top the way you want it. You can just start adjusting that now. And now I'm going to bring you guys back down so I can show you the base form and how we're going to make it bigger than what it is. Now, if I would have went with the correct measurements, which I did not, because I didn't want to, I kind of wanted to make a different one than the one that I have. So it does stand, but my base is too small, obviously, for a tree. So once again, this time we use cheap aluminum foil. And with this time, we're just going to roll tight little things. So it's like, kind of like making like little sticks or something, okay? And I'll just go ahead and use this whole thing since I got it out. Might as well instead of wasting. We're just going to fold it. Okay. Now, my base form, in my opinion, is way too small. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take more aluminum foil, and we're going to wrap it. This here, you can start making feet. Normally, if you make this a little smaller, I have my hand pretty full in there. If you have just your fingertips or something in there to help with that initial form, you won't have to add the bottom base. But I didn't do it that small. I did it a little wider. I wanted it wider. So we're going to just add a little bit to start giving us a little base. But there's a trick. Maybe we're doing this to add a base so it stands up better. But in reality, it doesn't have to go right on top of each other to make that bottom perfect. We're going to turn it into what would be like a branch. So we're just going to wrap it. We're not going to do it perfectly straight. You know, you've seen trees where another tree kind of grew and wrapped around it. This is a form that we're going to be doing. So go ahead and grab another little piece of aluminum. This time I won't get as big. But that's right. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So for this time I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll it. And I'll tell you why this one's a little bit different. And I can go ahead and rip it off. Because I do like the form. I like how it's twisting. You can always adjust it. Rub it on the table to make sure you secure it. But we have little critters. We're making a little critter. And we want legs. So we're going to go ahead and add where we want our legs to be. And I think my legs will come a little longer this time. Remember on the back how we added this to the bottom? Just because these are legs doesn't mean you have to go here. You can bring them out of the top, right? And it's just like molding clay. Except for when you start adding the pieces to it, you guys, you're going to have to, this is where your tape is going to come in. I don't know. Oh, found it. I prefer this tape. This is just masking tape. I prefer this one because it's just a little bit better quality than the ones that I do have left. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and get us a few pieces of this. And at this point, I'm going to adjust it where I want my leg to be. So you're just estimating. Remember, there was absolutely no right, no wrong here, you guys. It's totally and utterly a creative game from here. There's no right, no wrong. And you just start taping it on. Tape doesn't even have to be straight. We're just going to tape that on. Hold that little leg in place. Now, I don't have the best tape. My tape is old. let it go to waste. We can make it work, right? Oops, that's all. I'm just going to get a few pieces here. So at this point, I do want to make sure that my leg stays a little bit more secure. So I'm just going to add tape. Eventually, it's all going to be covered in some type of tape. So I'm not going to worry about making sure it's perfect and beautiful, because that's not what we're after, because you're not going to see this part anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to make sure that my leg stays on there, because I got to add another leg here, because we only got the one starting with leg. We want two, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and take the other piece that I ripped off, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to roll it, and this time we can fold it in half even. And there's our second leg. Now remember, this stuff you can add to, take away from. It's just aluminum. It's easy to work with, and you're not after perfection with this. So this time, why don't we just make our leg come, well, how about from the bottom? We'll do that. We'll make it come from the bottom, come out about like this, like he's spreading his legs a little. And go ahead and get some tape. And we're just going to go ahead and catch that right there and tape it on. So this is how you make the form, you guys. Absolutely nothing. No great amount of supplies. It's not hard to start forming your tree. So remember, these are just props, because the one we're making, we're actually going to make it 3 foot tall. So the one we're making is just a prototype, I guess you would call it. So I'm going to go ahead. I just want to secure my legs. So we're just going to wrap the tape right around here. It doesn't have to look perfect or beautiful or anything like that. Of course, I don't think art ever should, because I think art is in the eye of the beholder. However you like something, it's for you to like, and it doesn't matter if anybody else likes it, as long as you enjoyed making it, you like what you made. And if you like it, most likely somebody else is going to too. And for those that sell, most likely you're going to get to sell your items. So just follow your heart to a true form of your art. You don't have to copy somebody else. Now this is on YouTube. You can find somebody that has made something similar. But like I said, ours will be definitely different, because I refuse to not make it my way. Okay, so now we got our little leg, we got our base, and it's holding up. Now, the next thing is, we kind of ended that piece of aluminum foil here, which I was using as a tree vine going around it. So let's go ahead, a little more aluminum foil. Remember, Dollar Tree, you guys, is perfectly all right. This time I think I'll just go ahead and fold it in half, and then roll it again. And wrinkle it nice and tight, however you want it. And since we did leave off right here, and that's kind of, poked in a lot, we're just going to go ahead, we're going to start it this way. We're going to go right here, and we're just going to finish wrapping that around our tree. Oops. Bring it back. Okay, we'll go ahead and tape it right here. I can't wait for the actual one of these to be making. I already got the stuff. It's just a matter of finishing this one so we can start it. Okay. Always finish your prototype first, especially when doing something like this. Now my creature, I didn't. I just wanted with the creature, simply wanted to be spontaneous. I didn't want to add anything specific with it. Wanted it to be different. Which I can't wait to do her face. She's mocking me. She's sitting on my desk saying, all my dress over there saying, come on, my turn, my turn. Okay, so now we pretty much got our trunk. The legs and everything is going to support quite well. But now we need the arms. Once again, the arms are made out of the aluminum. I'm choosing to use aluminum, you guys. You can use whatever you want. Paper towel, cardboard, it doesn't matter. You use wire. But use aluminum cheap stuff. Wherever you can buy it cheap is what I'm saying. You know, Dollar Tree is always really nice. Now we're going to make our hand or our arms here. We're just going to cut it. Here's our arm. And now we've got to decide which way we want for the face. I think for some reason, this side's calling me. So his arm's going to go right here. But instead of doing his arm here, you guys, we're going to go, just like that. We're going to make our hand before we attach it this time, okay? So, if you want it, there's several different ways. You just mold it right now. Or you can go ahead. I got doggy hair all over my shirt. And you can just wrap it some if you want. So you got that little part done before you even get to the next stage. I'm just going to do by the hand a little bit because I discovered that it can be quite awkward. So now we're going to make our fingers. Once again, we're using the aluminum foil. Let's just go ahead, rip it in half. And rip it in half. All we really need is a little tiny piece because our hand on this guy may not be as big as the other one. And you just do it nice and tight. Just pushing it together. And we're going to place this finger here. We're going to make it the middle finger. I say that because it's so long. I really like the length, so I'm not going to cut this one, even though I planned on it. We're going to go ahead and just simply add a piece of tape to hold that on so I don't have to do it again later. Okay, so now we got our middle finger started here. The fingers, I discovered, are very, very hard to tape. Well, it's not that they're hard, guys. Once you get it made, it's that it's awkward. So we're just going to go ahead and take a full advantage of it not having anything else on it and just wrap it now. We're just going to take advantage of it and just get it wrapped. By wrapping it, all it does, it doesn't hold its shape. It simply keeps it from falling apart. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap it. And then it's still at that point that you can mold it by pushing it any way you want. And now we got our middle finger. Let's go ahead and do our next finger. And I think I'll go ahead and fold this in half again. And we'll do it this way. All we're doing now is just rolling these to the length that we want them. Since that's our middle finger, we need the index finger. Let's see if this is too big. You don't have to give it 5 fingers. You don't have to give it any fingers. Totally up to you. We're going to go ahead and use this one. You know what? And just put it right here. Don't like it that way. No, this actually may end up. Yep, it's going to be over there. Make another one. Get it nice, tight as you want it. And get our hand back here. And, yep, that'll be good. Right about that's good. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and get this on here. Oops. Let's wrap it first. Since I wrote the tiny piece in, we'll just use it. And we can still mold it. There we go. We'll go ahead and get a piece ready for the next step. Oh, dude, slow down. It's 30 miles. Oh my gosh, he is so going to kill himself. Sorry, guys. He had to have been going at least, I have to say, 50 miles. Not brilliant. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put this one right here. I like the length, and we can adjust it, form it any way you want. I hate to see anybody get hurt, gosh. And go ahead and attach this little guy right on here. Stay there. It doesn't want to stay where I want it. And get that to go nice and snug. And now we got our next finger. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and see if this will work here now. No, I still don't like that one. Go ahead and make our next finger. I think the fingers are probably the hardest part to make of this, because you start judging, oh, I like it this way, I don't like it that way. You got to get them the semi-right size for the creature you're making. And I think we're going to go ahead and make sure that that will work for our thumb. Yeah, we're going to call it good and do it anyways. You guys, one thing about you doing stuff this way, if you don't like the something about it, you can so redo it. You can so, not redo it, just add to it. Squish it down, make it get in there with a little batter, more like a hand. Push it in, mold it, make your wrist, forearm, you know, just have a lot of fun with this. Oh, I should have wrapped it. My bad. We are going to wrap the fingers first. It's just so much easier. And just get that to wrap. Doesn't have to be bloody perfect. Just want to get it on there. And if you don't want to do this part, you actually do not have to wrap it this way. I just find that it makes it look more inviting, so when you're doing the next stage, you enjoy it more, because you're like, oh look, this is going to look so cool. You can see for yourself what you're creating. I don't know who's on. I can't see names too well. Let's see. Hi Robin, welcome. Hi Tammy, welcome. Hi Claudia, welcome. Hey. We're going to go ahead and add this little guy right about there, I think. And we're just going to go ahead. Whoops. Oh, you got to go in the back. I tape pulled it forward, sorry. Go ahead. We're just going to add it right here. And we'll have to readjust this one because it doesn't want to go where it wants it. So we're going to make it go where I want it. And then we can start shaping them. There we go. There we go. And we will add a wee bit of tape right there, loves. Just to make sure it bloody well stays. And get that done. And just push it through. There we go. When you're pushing it, all I'm doing, give me that separation on your hands and making sure it goes down in far enough that it starts to make that design right here, like there's something there. So see, so when you, I haven't done this one side because there ain't nothing here yet. So when you start to push way down in with your fingers, you're starting to push on the main part that's holding it together, and you can start forming how much of that finger you actually want to show how big you want it and the shape you want it from the hand. I know that may not seem like it's important, but it can be. Now, I noticed with this finger, and sometimes this happens, you will see a division there. So just take a piece of small tape, fold it in half, bring it right between those fingers, and push that sucker down. That way, you're just verifying that it's going to stay. Because you're going to tape it. I mean, you're going to do the final coat on it, so nobody's going to know. But you will, and you want it to make sure it stays. All right, so we got our 3 fingers. Let's go ahead and do the next one. I'm going to go ahead and use what we got instead of wasting. I'm just going to push it as much as I can, make it the shape I want. And go ahead and put that one right there. And I have a longer one. Do I want that one longer? I do want that one a wee bit longer. So let's go ahead and do this. Hello, Miss Mellon. Okay. Let's see which side I want it. I think we'll just do that. So let's flatten it this way. And let's see if we like it. There. There. I think that's the way it's going to go. Okay, this one next. Once again, let's go ahead and tape our form. Oops, I got a big old piece there. I didn't need that much. It doesn't take a lot of tape or a lot of time. I think the harder part, like I said, is probably the fingers, because you do tend to want them to look a certain way. Take a wee bit here and just go right over that end. And we'll just push it on down. And I'm not going to try to get that perfect. We don't want perfect. And we are going to add this one right about there. I'm going to shape this part before I do. Shape it just by pushing it the way you want it. And there we go. Now we can go ahead and add our finger on here. Tape, it goes on the back. You're always hooking the fingers on by putting it to the back of the palm. That way you're building it up, but it doesn't show on the front. You can put them on the front if you want to get those, like the knuckles. Absolutely. Matter of fact, let me just show you. You can just place it there and you get that ridge. We'll do that on the last one here. Tear some of that off. I don't feel like having to go between the fingers. And we're just going to push it down. Make sure it stays well enough until we attach it. Okay. So on this one, go ahead and wrap it once again. Oops, here it is. I was like, wait, where'd it go? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it with tape already. And then we'll have to do it again. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect on there, but I would like to have all of that part covered because I'm going to be adjusting that. Okay, more than enough tape. There you go. All right. So, what I meant by showing the ridges of the knuckles and stuff, you got a fold. This would be all like a thumb, I guess. Pinky, thumb. Depends on what hand you're using it for. You don't even have to look at it that way. It's just a finger. And we will take this one to the front so I can just show you guys what I was referring to. If you wanted like knuckles and stuff to show and you don't want to build them up, you just want to use what you already had, this is a perfect time to do it. Usually I do it with the middle finger and then that way it shows. But I'm not taking the part to do that. I can always build that in. So we're just going to go ahead and tape him on there. And let's get that started. So you can see how that will build up into the hand and give it like that knuckle form or the long fingers if you want it. So it just gives you an idea. But since I did start my hands this way, I am going to go right ahead, take it off, and we are going to put it on the back. Just so I can keep that same routine going. Now the other one, we might change it. Doesn't have to be identical to this. We're just going to get that finger to stay right in here. Let me add a little bit more tape since I ripped that one off. And we'll just wrap it down. There we go. Here's a great time to start molding it however you want it. Let's go ahead and do this arm so we don't have to do it again. That's probably the simplest part of wrapping this. Because all we got to do is wrap it. Remember guys, everything Dollar Tree, if you can, keep it cheap. So what? $2.16 at this stage once you get it all together. Actually, it's less because you're not going to use the whole thing of tape, nor you're going to use the whole thing of aluminum foil. So I say approximately 20 to 30 cents, assuming it's Dollar Tree. We're just going to go ahead and wrap his arm. And at this point, I don't care if it goes straight backwards to tape. It can be going bolts. It doesn't matter. All we're doing is securing this so that we have our hand. And our arm, and I don't have to do it later because it irritates me when it's on and you're trying to do it later because it's like you bend your fingers and you're like, no, I really liked it in that motion, and then you got to try to get it back. So it's just easier to do it all at once. Just squeeze it on there. Get some of this to go the way you want it. Use your fingers, push in between the fingers if you have to. That's all right. Okay. Now, the very tab, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to push it up. Now we're going to apply our arm to our little critter here. The legs obviously have to go in front. Well, they don't have to, but we're going to put them in front. We're just going to attach our arm. We can bend it and look at it, see if we want it there. Might want it a little longer. You can attach it on top of one of the little string that you wrapped around it. I think we're going to go ahead and we are going to attach it right there at an angle. Okay. So all I'm doing, once again, decide where you want it to be put. Uh-oh. Oh, I caught my tape. And we're just going to tape it on. So basically, on this tray, the wraparound is turning into his claws or his hands. And we're just going to do a nice tape. And don't worry about taping everything, because eventually you will anyways. You just get this to go. There we go. And there's our hand. It will fall over at this stage, guys. Because at this stage, it's definitely not. Ow. Keep forgetting I got nails. It's not balanced because we got to get the other arm on. And this is where, once you get the other arm on, you know, just start adjusting whatever you want. I kind of like when they go like this, a little bent there. And our arm is attached. So, let's go right ahead. Jump right into the next arm. Since I have this, let's go ahead and make the fingers. This piece I was already out. Just going to roll it. Squeeze it nice and tight, you guys. Get it to the shape you want. I'm not going to cut any of these just yet because we don't have the other hand made. So we really don't know how big or how little we want them to be until we make the other hand. Now, just because this hand is small or is big, the other one doesn't have to be that size. It can be bigger or small. I mean, it is a tree, so none of them will be exactly alike. So we're just going to go with what we got right here. Call them good. We will tape them and add away or to them after we find out what size we want. Yep, come on, let's go. Now this particular aluminum foil, I did get at Dollar General. I got it for $4 on clearance plus a coupon, I'm sure. And gotta turn that off. No, I can hear it. You don't know how to do it. Okay, I will do it. I understand not knowing how to do it. It's irritating sometimes. There you go, love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So anyways, we'll go ahead and fold it. We're going to make the next arm. Did your phone off?
No. I'm working on it.
Okay. You need help?
But
Yeah, I got my glasses. Go ahead.
so you can see it.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, guys. So, Grandpa was nice enough to bring in his little computer here so that we can see if there's any comments. But since it's not running, there's not going to be any comments. Oh, well. Anyways, guys. Something just happened to it, but okay.
It's been stolen just like everybody else's has on account of the
News,
internet.
yeah. It's alright. We're not going to worry about it. So what we're going to do, guys, go ahead and take our next one here. Oh, hi, Irene. I didn't know you were in here. That's okay. I get to see you here. And we're just going to go ahead and fold this up. This is the next arm. I'm not going to use all this aluminum foil. I'm just going to go ahead and get this nice and going here. And now we got our little critter back here. We'll decide how long we want this on, which you can do that. We don't have to. But in my case, I want them to meet in this hole. So we're going to go ahead and see which side I like the best. Okay, we're going to do this way. And we're going to go ahead and cut this. Oops, sorry. I dropped the scissors. And we're going to side. Okay, I think it will go right here. Perfect. Set our criddle down. And go ahead and find our fingers that we're starting. We're going to do the wrapping first. And then we'll start with the middle finger. No, on this one, maybe I'll try to do them all on top if I remember when I get to the fingers. Now I can show you guys exactly how I like to do them. Doesn't mean you have to do them that way, though. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and wrap this. I'm going to grab some tape. And we're just going to wrap it. I don't want it flat. Come on, keep going. And some of these places are fat, so we're just going to adjust it and make it round again. Oops. Go ahead and do this. I do not know how to... Ow. I got to cut my nails. Gosh. Lately I've been stabbing myself with them. Okay. No, it doesn't work. That's okay. So go ahead and go down. Phone off?
Yes.
Thank you. It plays music, so we try not to run them. And get this whole thing wrapped here. I poked that's why I stabbed myself right there. I'll just wrap it because it made a hole. And I think this is the side we're going to attach to the critter. So we'll go ahead and just call that good. Okay, so this is our next arm. And this is where my hand's going to attach right here. You can start shaping, molding it now if you want. I think we decide it this way and on top. So this hand we might actually make a little bigger, maybe not. We will find out. And go ahead and add the top finger, which is the middle finger. The tree flipped us all off, including myself, huh? Not our fault. Okay. Oops, come back here. Go ahead and just add a little, kind of a lot of tape there, but that's all right. We'll just rip it. And let's go ahead and catch the very bottom of this one, because this one's going to be our anchor and our guide. So now we got the hand is starting here to form. And I'm going to have to, I can add the other finger. Let's go ahead and wrap this one. And we'll just get this wrap. You two knock it off. Don't even think it, kitty cat. Go away. She's like, can I come with that? Can I?
Are you trying to see what Mommy's doing?
Oh, you little brat. I love that thing. Oh, that was Miss Marilyn.
She wanted to get to the window.
Oh, she wanted the window. She didn't want me. She wanted the bloody window. I don't blame her. It's nice outside today. And go ahead and add some little extra. We'll just wrap this finger all the way up here. I know we didn't wrap that one, so we're going to have to wrap this one before we put this one on, because it is so much easier once they're wrapped, and then you don't have to do it again. So we'll just go ahead and take advantage of this one being a single finger for right now. Nobody put a ring on this finger. Okay, guys, it's a weird day. Sorry. So I just get this one wrapped here.
They're getting after your tail.
And get the last of this finger. Okay, there we go. So now we got our middle finger here wrapped. So when we start to do the paper mache, or whatever you want to call it, we'll get it. We don't have to worry about that. And we did put the middle one on top. So if you want it, you can go ahead and form that right now. There is a finger here. This one will probably bend slightly. Just get that to bend. There you go. Now we're going to add the next finger. Apparently, I thought we were doing it, get over here, this way, so we might as well. And let's go ahead and, yeah, I think right about there. It's all guessing. It's just a guessing game, you guys. Total guessing game. Go ahead and add this one right on here. And since they're on top, you might have that gap. Feel free, just fill that in with a little bit of tape. Of course, you don't have to, because the next step will totally just cover it all. which I did do the next step on a video yesterday. So we probably won't show that step. We'll go to our final on this critter that we already made. Whoops, I don't have a finger. Oh, okay. No, that's awful big. We can use that as a tree branch. Grab a little bit more here, and let's just go ahead and grab it. Okay, I'm just pushing it together, you guys. Get it as thin as I can. In case you're wondering. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Okay. Oh, I just said that computer just went down. Okay, here it comes. All right, we're going to cut this in half because we know that's obviously too big. So let's just adjust and start molding it as much as you want. Okay, you got those 2 fingers. So let's go ahead and do this side here. We'll go ahead and put this guy right about there. I think that looks good. Go ahead and grab some tape. I'm just going to grab this piece of tape. Also, what's good about doing it on top, if you think your hand is too small, this is a way to build that hand wider. Oh, I forgot to wrap it. My bad. Let's get to wrapping this one. Okay. This is what I mean. It's a little more irritating to wrap them while they're already hooked to something. 1, you can lose your shape and you don't want to. 2, you got to get in between those fingers. So we're just going to tear it out and do it all the way. Okay, I just broke the fingers. I just broke his fingers. Okay, so we're getting it wrapped. Oops, come on. And just add a wee bit more tape right here. Okay, good enough. Now can I slide you back in? Do I need to take it off? Since I stuck it, we're just going to bend it. You know what? Look how neat of a crease that gave us. We're going to keep that crease. We'll just add some different tape and hold that finger on there. And we were doing it all on top. So let's just go right here. Let's see if we can keep that same crease in there. Just push it around it. And just keep it bubbled right there. It reminds me of chicken feet. Sorry, but it does. Okay, so there is a pretty big gap here. Now you can keep it that way. I mean, after all, it's a tree. You don't have to, but I am going to repair it just because it's me and I'm weird that way. All I'm doing is I'm repairing it with tape. I'm not going to use any aluminum foil or anything in there to try to fill that out. Just put tape, and once we do the final wraparound on this, it won't matter. And rip a little piece. Remember I said to rip it, fold it, go in between? Well, this one's kind of pulled apart, so we just rip a small piece, go in between. Now we can push our fingers together and pull them out, adjust them however you want them adjusted. And we do need, what, 2 more fingers? Okay. We do have this one started. Let me see, do I like it that thickness? That is pretty thick. Okay. So we need 1 finger here. And I think, okay, we need 1 here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side. Yep, we are. I know, you don't need to go out there, boy. No. You don't have a leash on. No, can't go. All right, so just get this wrapped. Once again, it's not perfect, you guys. Don't need it to be. I can't really stress that enough. You want those wrinkles in when you're doing something like this. So if you got little wrinkles, it's okay. It truly is okay. And this side is going to be the tip of our finger, so we just go ahead and just do it like that. There you go. Okay. Now we got our finger done. Let's just go ahead and get some tape here and get it going. Because we're going to attach this guy and then we'll make our next one. And then we'll attach it, and then believe it or not, our tree is put together basically. Let's see. Where do we want him? We are going to put him on the side so it makes his side of his hand bigger. But because his hand is so small and we want it bigger, we're going to fold this finger out like that. This is our finger. And we're just going to attach that right here and make it look like his hand was always that fullness. There we go. So just once again, just kind of push it all down and everything, make it all work for you. And tape in our wrists. There we go. Okay. Remember the dent in between. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm going to go ahead once again, take a piece of tape, fold it in half if you have to. Not me. Have to. And just go from back to front in between the fingers and just work that piece in there. And we can adjust it all to work for us. There we go. So now we got our 4 fingers. We can start shaping and go any way we want them to bend. And maybe our wrist would bend some here. Maybe this one will come up. We'll see. So you got it going like that. Let's get our last finger made and on here so we can put it together. Take a piece of this. I'll just see if this works. Take this aluminum foil and just fold it on down. Nice and tight as you can because one finger is tight. That's the bird, folks. That's Samson. Can't believe how old that bird is, and I'll never get over the fact that that bird can live to be 35 years old. It was a gift to my daughter when she was, oh my gosh, real young, from my mom. My mom had it for years, so I think that bird is probably, let's see, oh my gosh, between 8 and 10 years old already. Not counting how long my mom had it. I'm not exactly sure how old he is, but he's at least that. Because I remember when we got him. Because my baby was only like 2 years old at that time. Thought they were the neatest things. So anyways, let's keep our point of our finger. I almost lost that. I just squished it. Bring that puppy back. And now we'll go ahead and add our last finger to our last hand here. And this time we're going to put it right on top. Bring it down just a wee bit. Right on top here. So let's go right ahead and tape it on. Make it stay. There we go. And let me see if I make this go. Maybe not. That's okay. And we'll just kind of blend it into however we want it. Remember, it's all movable. So it's all adjustable at this stage still. Okay, so now we got our second arm and hand here. Bring back our little critter here. Debate how we want his hands. Let me turn him so I can see him real fast. If one hand's bigger than the other and you don't like it, you can adjust it by adding to it. Or bend the other one, make it smaller. Totally up to you. We're just squeezing it all together, making it where we want it to be. This hand, I think we will go ahead. Now let's pull this one up. And we're just going to attach him once again to the back. Get some tape. Okay. So go ahead and grab his hand. We're going to put it up on top of the other arm. And we're just going to tape it. make it stay, and then we'll readjust it to however scary you want them to look. That tape so did not work well. Let's do this one. Alright. So we got this here going. Sorry I can't see comments, guys, but it's shortly here. I'll check. Now on this, one arm is shorter than the other only because I pulled it way back here and I don't have to. You can readjust it, but we're going to make this one come where it's kind of like this. And we're going to go ahead and bring this one out. Maybe a little like this. Cat. At least the cat didn't fall. That's all that matters. And let's go ahead and attach him. Alright. So now, I'm not worrying about that so much. I'm going to make sure he stands still. I'm rubbing him on the table, keeping him straight. And I'm going to bring you guys right back up here. Watch your eyes. So that is kind of how you just make the form of how you want it to start. Let me see if I can bring this down. See if anybody else. Hi, Irene and Stephanie and Johnny joined us. Okay, awesome. So anyways, this is our little tree. Now remember, if the head's too big, too small, that's okay. You can adjust that. But most people want to put a light to the back of the head or just on the inside. It's totally up to you. Depends if you want to put other crap in the head or not. The head doesn't have to be this tall. If you don't want it, just start adjusting it any way you want it to look. And just get a little, you know how a tree in the top is kind of all bumpy and dying or been cut off. That's what you're after right there. I'm going to push this part out because this is where I would put a face on him. There you go. And that's the base form. The next step, guys, would be go ahead and do it all in tape, which I previously did in another video. You can find it on YouTube as well as my Facebook channel. And it's a different one. Of course, it's this guy that I can barely reach, and we're going to work on him in a minute here. And from here, we just tape him down, and then you do his eyes, nose, and mouth, however you want it. And you don't have to do any eyes, nose, and mouth. Totally up to you. So we're going to set our little new critter here aside. And as you're doing that, you guys, if you decided you don't like your arm there, you know what? It's still adjustable. Totally adjustable. You can add to or take away from at that stage. There's no limitations there. Here's the one we've been doing. Now, I went ahead and I pre-did the eyes. I cut them out. And the reason why I did that is I simply didn't want to end up stabbing myself on camera or cutting my hand or something like that. So I went ahead and did that. I just cut a slat in it, cut a little bit of the roundness out, and then I took a pin and I just jabbed the pin just right into the eyes and opened up the eye form. And I decided I like the eyes round, so I did the exact same thing to the mouth. I'm not going to add a nose. Excuse me. So this is our first one, and you can see it is going to be different than our second one. This one's bigger. This is a baby. What do you think, Daddy? Baby? Mom, Dad, doesn't matter. Anyways, but the hole in the back of this one is because I intended on putting my candle through the back of the skull. But the more I was looking at it, and I thought, it kept getting smaller, and I did not keep adjusting it to keep it open to the form of my candle, which you previously you stick it in there, and you make sure you cut it out big enough, and then you just cover it and seal it. And you take out the candle until you're ready and you're done, put it back in. But I kept letting mine get smaller. Well, you know, trees have holes in them. And I thought with the candle on the inside of the head, the light coming through, I think it looked kind of cool. You have a light coming out of the back of the head, the top of the head, eyes and nose. So I figure I'm going to leave it that way. Let me set this critter aside. Now, back to where we were going to do this video is painting. Really simple, you guys. Strictly use acrylic paint. Well, you don't have to, but that's what I'm using. I'm going to use straight up brown acrylic. Since this is just a prototype, it doesn't matter if I give it great details. It doesn't matter if I don't, because this was just the beginning of what it's going to be. So I am going to go ahead and open up a paint. I am using acrylic paint that you can get at yes, a Dollar Tree, this size, usually 2 ounces, acrylic paint, but it will be $1.08. However, if you have a Walmart near you and you go to Walmart and buy this paint, same 2 ounce size, same brand, is 50 cents. Even if it's a different brand, 50 cents is still better than a buck. 50 cents plus tax, of course. So what is that? 4 cents. Okay. And we get a wee bit of black. My black is dying. I need to go get more paint. I hate it when paint gets like that. Okay. See, when paint gets like that, that's no good. The paint is good, but that piece is not the greatest. But you can always add water, shake it up really well. Let me just get that out of my way so I can use this. Okay, we're just going to use a very wee bit of that, so it don't matter. Move that. Okay, now with this guy, he's real simple. Remember when we put the paper towels on, I said I wanted my paper towels to go a certain way. Now the reason why I wanted that is for this very reason. I'm simply going to take straight up brown paint, and I'm going to paint down him. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, I want to show you guys why I wanted it just to have that style in the paper towels. You can use anyone. You can use flowers. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. It's your creativity, not mine. You know, if I had the one with flowers, to be honest, I would have used them. Just because it's what I had and I didn't have to go out and spend money. The point of doing them like this is so you don't have to spend money. Now, I just did it right in the middle just so I can show you that detail. Now, doesn't that kind of look like bark on a tree? Okay, but what I'm going to do here, let me grab my little paint can here, is I'm going to go ahead and add white. This has blue all over it. And I'm just going to add a wee bit of white and just going to, I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to see if I can just make it kind of a little different. It doesn't have to be perfect everywhere. Okay, it might work. I just did that to see something. So we'll see if it works. With him, you guys, I'm simply going to paint him brown. And then we will get the inside of his mouth and inside these eyes. Now, when you do put your eyes on or cut your eyes out, you can put some tape in there. Do it before you do the coat with the glue or Mod Podge. And then tape those eyes so that there's no cracks in them or anything. Will they keep separated? But I did it afterwards, which you'll see on my other video. But that's okay, because we're just going to go ahead, and he is just a prototype. It's kind of like learn, try and error. And now I know that I would prefer to do that first. Okay, so just going to go ahead and get going here. He is just a stump. So I kind of like the white in it, you guys. We don't have to have that drastic amount in any one spot. So we kind of blend it in. And just keep going. And going. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get the top here. On the top part, you guys, you got the inside and outside. You paint the inside if you want. But I'm not really going to do a great job on the inside of his head because it's just in a sample. So we can do our main one, which I'm hoping to start tomorrow. So keep your eye open. When we start him tomorrow, he will be starting to make him out of wire. And we get this side going. So when it comes to painting him, all I'm doing, you guys, is just simple. Brush. I wish I had a bigger brush to make it go a lot faster. And just make it cover all the little spots on him that you can. Okay, I'm just trying to get the top parts that you will see. So I think he's good up there. Okay. So what we're going to do once again, we're going to pick up our white and we're just going to go over his face and come down. And that just kind of makes him look like something's lights on him or something. And you don't have to have that much white. You can go with brown. You can add black. However you want it. It's how it's going to be because it's your design. It's not mine. You just have fun with it. And we'll just probably have to grab a better brush here. So he's coming along. Let me see if I can find my big brush here. Or we'll just use another one of these. This will work really well. If he ends up with glitter on it, because I got glitter stuck to my tray. So don't worry about it. It's alright. He'll glow. Look at all glowing, right? I'm going to go ahead and get a bigger brush while I said that. And we're just going to start. Once you do him, you guys, you'll learn that you just want to get into these creases as best as you can. So it doesn't really matter if you go top to bottom, back, front. You just want to get in those creases. So however you can get in them. And you don't want to hide the creases. You want those creases because it gives him detail. Oh, my brushes. Thank you. This is the one I wanted. It'll give him detail. And you can just get right in there. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me turn him around. Get a better hold. You can just get right inside. And just stop. Like his is a, where it didn't lay flat. It's okay. Just go right over it. Just paint it. If you have to dab it one way, dab it the other. It doesn't matter. I'm not putting it on too thick because I really like the color of the way the paper towels were. It gives it the details. It gives it design. If you want plain and black, I mean, it's how. Oh, that would be cool, huh? Black. I should have painted in black. But you know what's great about that? It's not too late. But we're just going to do them this way. Oh, big one. No, there we go. We do him black. Our main one. And just get him going. Before he gets to where he's totally dry, go ahead, come back to my white. And whoops. Not bad. It wasn't working that way. Go ahead and get some of these little pokes and just stab it in there. Go ahead and get your white and just come on down. Remember, it doesn't have to be everywhere. And just add some white. Take my brown. I'm running out of paint. Let me get some paint here. It's just acrylic paint, you guys. This one is also acrylic paint. It's just a different brand, but it is acrylic. And you know what's great about this one? I found it at the thrift store for $1.50 brand new. Usually a different brand at Walmart is $2.50 plus tax. I figure $1.50 is better than $2.50 any day of the year. And it was new. So if you can find something like that and it's new, way to go. We'll use this for all the little fine cracks. It gets in there better. Using this to get a lot of area at once, but then we'll go back and get the fine cracks with the brush. So we'll just get him going here. I can't wait to start the big one, you guys. I'm actually really excited about him. I've wanted to do a tree for over, 10 years now. Never got to do one. Then when we got this place, I was like, woohoo! I get to do a tree. And then certain people made it where we can't be here anymore. Not that we can't. I don't feel safe for my kids to be here anymore. Put it that way. So we're going to go ahead and move on down the line. So that means I cannot do my 10-foot tree. And unfortunately, wherever we end up, I'm sure they won't have 15-foot ceilings like my back room does. They see me it's 15 because I'm just only 5'2". So we're getting all these little fine details. I might be 5'3.5". I'm shrinking. Don't tell nobody. I'm getting old. So I need to get these out there and show people how to do these, because someday I'm not going to be around. But that's all right, because next step will be just as good, Lord willing. Anyways, I'm blabbling because this takes so long. I know everybody gets bored, so just forgive me. So anyways, we'll just really get this going. Some catch up some of these little sides. I'll flip them in my hand. Let's get some of these little fine cracks here with this brush. They just kind of seem to reach better. Get his armpits. Come on, little guy. Now we'll go ahead and grab some white. I don't want to let it get dry, you guys. That's the key word. Don't let it get dry before you start to add some of your white. Because then you don't have to go back and try to add certain little great details. You know why? Because you got them. They are there. You don't have to worry about any of that crap. You did it the first time around. Yeah, some more white. All over the place. That's okay. And once again, just come on down. Notice how I'm just going down, you guys. I might hide that part because there shouldn't be no white right there. We're just going down, kind of give it that wood. You can also add black at this point. Let's see, do I have a plain brush? Let's just add a little bit of black. Let's see what we think. And if we don't like it, we don't have to do it. Grab some black paint here. Once again, we'll just, in little spots, just add some of the black. And I'm just doing little spots here and there because we don't want the black to overwhelm. So let's just see what we think by adding some black details in here. Just a little. It's a thinner brush, so it's not drastic unless you put a gob on it like that was. And we're just going to come on down. And let's see. You can add some here, add some there. Do it while it's wet. That way you don't have to worry about it. Because once it's dry and you decide, oh my gosh, I should have put black in there, and you didn't do it the first time, and I don't have paper towel. So that's okay. It'll make it harder because then you're going to do something and like, oh my God, why'd I do that? I know that want black there to begin with. I don't like it. Well, this is already wet. You can see exactly how it's going to look. And once it dries, it might be a little more dominant. Then you can add your white. Just hide anything that you don't like. Bring your white back out. And what do you think? Pretty cool? I hope so. I hope that'll work. So once it dries, we'll really find out. And I'll take a photograph as well. And so you guys can all see. Good thing about the head. We'll put our hand on his head. So we can get this side of his face. Get his arm. Let's pick up a bunch of this paint up. And just get going here. Now, he is not water resistant. So you may want to spray him or put some kind of a weather protection coat over him. But just make sure that they will totally dry, you guys. Especially if you're just going to make one, use it for Halloween, and then pack it. Make sure it's totally dry. Because it can and will mildew if they are not dry, because they are, well, like with anything, if it's not dry and you pack it, it's going to mildew. These are made out of simply towels, wet towels basically, with glue and Mod Podge and paint and some aluminum. Oh, thank you. Paper towels. You know, so you want to make sure that you don't save them, then they get all over other stuff after they rot, then you lose everything you made that year. And I'm saying that because I made some the ice cream combs, or the ice cream bowls, I call them, Sunday bowls. And they dried and everything. I thought nothing of them. I put them outside. I didn't sell them. Well, I went out the other day and I looked at them. I'm like, oh my God, they're mildew. So of course I have to throw them away, because you cannot keep something like that. It just makes too many people ill. So it's okay. This means I make more. I don't mind making them. I actually rather enjoy the crap out of it. So we're good. Okay, so we're getting our hand here. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the white again, you guys. Not too much. And we're just going to add some of this white. Just coming here, there. Maybe some more coming down here by his face. Notice I am going just down. straight down when it comes to the white and the black. The only time I would switch that rotation is when you come to where a wood piece of the stump might go this way. You might want to just add and just switch it a little. Make it look like that wood. It came out of the body and it's going to loop it. Okay, we are going to go ahead, set that one aside, pick up our brown paint, and we're just going to get him going. I keep saying that, don't I? I'm sorry. We're just going to do our best. So he's coming alive. My cat came back to visit with us. We'll call Hector, whichever one that comes first. Actually, it's not my cat. It's Red. I'm not a cat person. I do love them. I'm just not a cat person. I'm a dog person. Yeah, I got 4 cats. Yeah, I think I got 4 cats, you guys. The last little was her last little. Thank God in heaven for that. So there won't be any more little wee ones. But she tends to kill them and eat them, the mama cat. So she will no longer have any more little babies. And thank you. Oh, thank you. So he had me fork and I don't know why. So the baby kitten will be getting fixed in November. She'll be old enough.
Yeah, she's getting there.
Yeah, she is. And the baby kitten was one of the mama kitten's kittens, which we actually bottle fed, forced the mama to lay down and feed it. The mama cat is a terrible, terrible mama cat. Absolutely horrible mama cat. She just didn't get it. So we did everything to try to save them. And out of the kittens that were left, the Tuxedo kittens, Tuxedo, I think I said that right. Out of the only ones, once again, the white straight down, you guys. Oops. If you got it too thick, don't worry about it and come back. You can add color to it, okay? So don't let it threaten you none. You just walk with it. Up the arm, add a little bit of white. His hands, we'll just throw some white tips in there because they are hands. We'll call that good. And just get that going on now. We did everything to try to save all these kittens. The one that did survive is the only one that's left, and we actually kept that one because it was so weak it wouldn't survive. We really didn't think it would survive at all, but we did our best. I guess our best was pretty bloody good because she survived. And now we got a holy terror running around the house. I'm going to trade it. Whoops, what am I doing? It's right here. Picking up my brush to get the fine details in here. And she's an amazing cat. She is the most friendly kitten I have ever had in my life. And just an amazing, amazing cat. No, kitten. She ain't a cat yet.
She's close.
Yeah, she's tiny. And she's tiny. I thought she'd get big, guys. She did not get big. She stayed tiny. So it's time for her to get fixed because there will be no kittens. No babies. We still have the mama kitty cat, but she's probably going to have to be put down. She's having, I want to call them like little strokes, little seizures, if you will, because she drools and she'll look at you like, no, she don't have babies. She's just an odd cat. She's always been an odd cat. But we loved her. We still love her. Yeah, she won't drink or eat, Holly. It's, I don't know. I think it's where we're at, to be honest with you. This place has been interesting, to say the least. Okay, so let's get back to focusing. I know I'm just blabbering again. I apologize. We're just trying to get this little guy painted here. And there we go. Let's get these little feet going. So we can add some of the black in him. I don't want him too dry before we get to that point. You need to get in these cracks. There we go. You guys, once you see paper towels and stuff, because you did that the last step before this, don't peel them off. That's part of the character. Let's keep them on there. I know some places it looks like you're like, oh, God, I got to take that off. It just doesn't. No, it's fine. Trees are not perfect. They are meant to be beautiful and look different and just overall wonderful.
And no barks even.
Yeah, some without, yeah. Stay there. I hate it. Just a little bit more paint. And I think, oh, we almost got it. I gotta do the fingers. Okay, we'll just do these. I'm just trying to, no specific way of how to paint these, you guys. Absolutely none. You just get right in there and you just go for it. We're just trying to get all the spaces, especially between the fingers. This gets the most of the parts, and then we'll come back with the fine brush. Before we do that, I'm going to pick up my white paint because we did the bottom. So let's pick up our white paint, and we're just going to go down and down, down, down. And those where the bulk is, we might just turn it, make it follow that bulk. And that was part of the bulk. And there we go. Now this part goes down, as you can tell by the little lines were still down. That part's down. We'll just add a little bit. This is around, good enough. And we'll come back over here. Oh, I don't like that spot. Let me fix that spot. There's one spot on his face I did not like at all. So we'll just add detail. Go up on the arm just a wee bit here. Did we not paint that? We didn't paint the underarm. I forgot to paint his underarm. No, paint me, please. Okay, so we're just painting in some water. There's some water here.
Thank you.
And we're just getting it up. Now, I'm literally not paying attention to the way it was on there, okay? We're just stabbing it on there, you guys, literally. Normally I say go top to bottom, or you want to make this stroke. No, This is totally the fun of it. And we'll just get this hand going. And we'll keep going. We're almost done, you guys. I swear we're almost done. We'll just get in between his fingers. As he starts to dry, you might find places that you like, oh man, I should have added. And go back and add it. It's okay. Really, it's okay. We're going to take our white and we're just going to add some little white strokes here and there. Some on his fingers. I got a big section here. I totally forgot paint. Let me add some paint in these little cracks. And between his fingers. Don't hesitate to go back and just add. It's okay. And we'll just have some fun. Bring this up. Bring some in between, maybe some of them. Let's give it some really white nails here. There you go. Now this one, we're just going up because that's the way my paper towel is going. And go ahead and turn him just a wee bit. Let's bring it. Let's not bring that. Let's turn him back. I just noticed I forgot the leg. Let's go ahead and finish. This one's coming down and then out. So we can go ahead and do some of that. Add some white throughout here. Okay, I think we will add some bright white right down the middle. Like that. And I think, which one would that be? That'd be this one. I can see it on the screen that there was something missing there. There we go. Okay, got him. And we'll just kind of, whatever you see and think you need a little color, add it. Don't hesitate to add it. Just add it. It's okay. Now we got this one arm to finish here. And after that, we'll go through with the black real fast and we are done. Let's add some white. Oops, that's all brown now. You get some white out here. Oops. All right, pick up some white. Good enough. And we'll just, where'd it go? Oh, it's his arm. His arm, actually, this branch is going where the paper towels are. It's going like that. So we're just going to kind of blend it, kind of get it to both come into the same, because now it's pulling up, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and just swipe it. Just swipe it. And good enough. The only thing I can see with this arm, I know I saw, oh, right here by the hand, there's no paint inside some of these little cracks, so we can go ahead and get them. Let's see. Oh, hi, Nella. Welcome. I hope I said her name right. I hope I said your name right. I'm trying to remember how to say some names. I've always been really bad at names. So anyways, no excuse. I just always have been. And let's go ahead and just finish up. Okay, guys. He is looking really well. We are going to go ahead and we're going to add some of our black paint in for detail. Hello, love. Let me grab a different brush. We can just add this. I don't have to put it right here, right? Go ahead and do that. Grab some black. Again, I know I tend to use my hand a lot, you guys. It's supposed to be non-toxic. Always check the labels before you do anything. Okay, so we did add some of our black through here. I think it looked okay with the black. It kind of sets everything off. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of black here and there. I am not going to totally follow through with any of it with black. We're just going to add just enough. Are you cold, baby? Freezing. It's hot. It's cool. It's cool.
It's cold. You know it.
No, it's cool. I'm quite comfortable, actually. And we're just going to add some little blacks here and there, you guys. I'm not even going to be specific on adding any of the black. I'm just going to try to pick up enough of it that if I make a mistake that I don't like, I can either blend it in or take it right out. Because you don't have to like it. You can just take it out. So we're just going to go ahead, just a few little places. What I don't like is I don't like the brush for the black. We're going to switch it off. Let's go ahead and use this white. So we're just going to use this brush that I totally just put the paint all over my fingers. We're going to pick out the black. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and do it this way. It's faster. It'll be done faster. And you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to turn it just 1 second here to show you guys. Okay, here we go. I'm just taking my black. I'm just going through every so often here or there, adding a little bit of black. Now, I think I actually like the black. I think it gives it that little extra. I think it kind of stands out. Oops. I see a spot. Let me grab that. Sometimes you might find a spot or two that did not get painted because, well, the ridges. And sometimes your eyes just miss them. It's okay. We'll just go ahead and go right back through it and do it again. What do you think? We're just adding a little black here and there. I know it's kind of hard to see how I'm doing this, you guys. Basically, I'm just following a pattern. I'm not trying to put a lot of black in him at all. So I'm just very lightly catching certain areas where I think that the black would work on him. And then I'm not going to worry about it. I see on his hand where I totally missed some spot on his hand. I will go back and get that. Bring that right up. And let's get the other arm. And then, guess what? He's looking really good. The bottom, I'm totally going to leave the bottom alone until he's totally dry. And then we'll do it because we're going to have to lay him on the back, all that good stuff. And we don't want to mess him up. So let's just add a little bit of black on that arm, on the inside of the arm. I don't know if you guys can see this. And some of the fingers. Okay, just so you know, because I don't think you can see. I know you can see, but I don't think you can see how I'm doing it because of the camera position. I am not, absolutely am not doing it any certain way, you guys. I am totally just swiping it. If I see someplace I think it needs something make it stand out, swipe it. No right, no wrong. So I don't have a candle. Grandpa, will you look inside my freaky head over there I made and see if I have a candle in there? Let's light him up. What do you think, guys? On his one hand, I need to get some of the brown right inside between the fingers. I'll do that while he looks for light. And my luck, we won't have one in here. Because the one I had was, the inside was squished into it, so it just won't work. So all I'm doing is picking up and trying, it doesn't end in there?
No.
It's okay, thank you. To get those little edges that I missed when I painted him. Like right there on the side of his finger. And then you can go ahead and come back with a white, black, brown, doesn't matter. And just stroke down and blend him right in. So what do you think, guys? Look good? Unfortunately, we don't have a candle, so I can't light him up. But I would put the candle right in the middle. His eyes, mouth, and the little hole in the back right here should lighten up. Now, since he is just a prototype, I'm not going to bother about painting the inside, but you can. Or you can put a plant in here, wait until he's dry. And last and not least, I would totally make sure he's dry. Spray him down with a shine or Mod Podge, something to seal him. And if you got the extra waterproofing stuff, I know there's some cans out. I got some, but I didn't like using it because it was a 2-step process, and I didn't want to do 2 steps, so I never really used it too much. I don't like it. So anyways, this is our little tree. Let me get him to turn around. I hope you guys like this little tutorial. Sorry it kind of dragged on a little longer than I expected it to. But I think overall, he turned out very well. I get him to turn. There you go. I like the position of his hands. And I have to say my favorite part is, believe it or not, adding the black paint. Because I think it sets it off. And you can see right here in the back. I think Grandpa went to go get us a light so we can see it light up if he's able to locate it. Okay, let me throw that away before I get it all in my hands. Oh, like it matters, right? Were you able to find one? Yes, yes. Oh, yay. Found us a light. I'm going to lower you guys down. You're not here to see me, so let's just lower this down. Just a little.
I don't know if the batteries are good in there. One of these, the light was out.
Uh-oh.
The batteries were good.
Oh, the batteries. These things are so cheap. How about that one? Does it come on?
No, it doesn't have a switch.
It doesn't have a switch. That's
No.
what I was saying. These are so weird. Some of them don't have a switch on them, turn them on or off. So anyways, that's our tree. I hope you guys like the tutorial. And if you like it, would you please share? Like and share the page. I think we're allowed to say that now. Or bless the page. And as always, I really appreciate you guys joining me today. So as always, have a wonderful, blessed day and be blessed.
Yeah, that's what they look like inside.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.